It is my pleasure to introduce the dapper, lip-triggering troll himself, Mr. Michael Knowles.
Very kind of you. Wow, thanks everybody. Wow. Oh, man. All right, thank you so much. 14 months. 14 months it's been since I've been on a college campus with any of you. It is so good to be with all of you right now.
Big fan. So I have a slightly Catholic question, if that's okay.
Lay it on, as long as it's not a thoroughly Catholic
No,
question.
slightly.
It's a little smidge, okay.
So, we're here at a Catholic school and kind of thinking about the nature of Catholic education. Where do you see the role of a Catholic college, a Catholic university in the conservative movement? Should we be sending our best and brightest here? Should we be sending them to an Ivy League school? I know you went to some obscure Ivy League school,
It's
Yale
a little known
or something.
place. Yeah,
I don't know how to say the name. But, and I guess twofold question. What do you see the role of Catholic education in this conservative movement? And maybe if you had to do it over again, would you attend a Catholic college? Would you go back to Yale, to Harvard, a place like that? Or what are your thoughts on that?
When I graduated from Yale, I think it was at the very beginning of it totally collapsing. And I mean, within a year or two of my graduation, you had the screaming girl shrieking at her professor about how Yale is not an intellectual place, which unfortunately may have been a self-fulfilling prophecy, and they coddled the girl. And so that's really sad. While I was there, it was cracking, but it wasn't quite there yet. I would have had a much better education had I gotten a Catholic education, had I gone to a place that really cared about these things. Now, I don't mean to diss my alma mater. I have great love and respect for my alma mater, even if my alma mater might not love me as much anymore. Because one of the great advantages to being at a place, everyone talks about you should go to an Ivy League school so you can get a good banking job. I never did that. I probably should have, but I never did that. But I think the great advantage, if you're a conservative or a Christian, is if you are at one of these schools, you are constantly going to be told that you're a vicious, vile, awful, terrible, stupid, dunce Nazi. And so you're going to have to learn how to defend your views, and you might discard some views, and you might go deeper on other views. And so, I came out of that place. I went into that place a moderate, politically atheist, and I came out on the road to Christianity and rather conservative, slightly to the right of Attila the Hun. But Catholic education is the coherent education. There have been derivations of this. Yale began as a seminary, and Yale still is a seminary, by the way. It was a seminary for Congregationalism, sort of Protestantism in America. Now it's a seminary for progressivism. But it just doesn't quite make as much sense. You see this in the curriculum. The curriculum now is basically take whatever class interests you, and that'll be totally fine. But a proper curriculum would be in a university where everything partakes of what what you're learning in this class speaks to what you're learning in this class. What you're learning here speaks to what you're learning here. So I would recommend that people do that. I'm so shocked by this place. I got to tell you, Ave Maria, it's really great. I need a school for my kid in about 18 years, and this is like top of the list right now. This or Franciscan of Steubenville. Those are the two leaders. So I just wanted to see what kind of a reaction I'd get out of it. So I do think, by the way, that's going to be the future, because you joke about this disreputable school in New Haven called Yale. I do think, frankly, the cachet of these once great universities, Yale, Harvard, these places, I think it's really diminishing by the minute, basically, because people know that it's a credential. That means you've got a good SAT score and you were probably president of your high school class, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you got a proper, coherent education while you were there. And so I think that the growth of Catholic education at the lower level and at the higher level here, Ave Maria is a great example, shows you where the future of education is in the country. I think that's a good thing. Thank you so much for being here. Such a pleasure to be with you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, guys.